phone calls than Katie Holmes and Nicole Kidman. But we're here, so that's great. Okay. No longer will I get messages on my answer phone saying, hello, I'm calling about the lost parrot. Please ring me back. Or, this is you-know-who ringing about you-know-where, about you-know-who I used to work with, and you-know-when. So yeah, we've had lots of fun along the way. Poor little Isabel, I have to say, we're going to have to give her a round of applause because she's kept this to herself 3 months. 3 months! 3 months, and my mum and dad have picked her up without fail every night from school, and she's kept it to herself. So, flipping it. Okay, so I'm going to just do a little bit of a storyline about my mum and dad. Now, I'm not going to go on too much, because how much my dad hates me going on. In fact, he's exiting the door. He's going for Eric Burns. Okay. Right, this is Eric. He's a young boy. He was born in 1946. Ooh.
Do we need that?
Don't worry, Mother, I'm not telling them your age. My dad was born in 1946, okay? He was the youngest of 5 children living in Preston. Sandra was born in I can't remember. I can't remember more. Yeah, it was close. It was close. I think you were a bit younger, weren't you? Yeah, much younger. Yeah. Youngest of 3 children, raised in a public house. She was the daughter of a publican. Okay. And she doesn't. And the really bizarre thing is, my mum's pretty much teetotal, aren't you?
You can vouch for that, though.
Okay. And she lived in Nottingham until about the 1960s when she moved to Preston to train as a midwife. Okay. Now, my mum trained as a nurse when she was 17, but nursing actually wasn't the career of her choice. She wanted to be a PE teacher. But because of ill health, she couldn't, unfortunately, and so her dream was never realised. However, she has made up for it since, with lots and lots of sports and activities that she's taken part in throughout her life. Present day. I'm not married it, you're coming in before me punchline. Horse riding being one of them, cycling, missed that. And what else we got? Skiing.
Yeah.
George, have you seen this? It's evidence.
Yeah.
She's on a pair of skis. And mopeding, but I believe that's an activity, I don't think it's a sport, is it? On the moped with my mum is my cousin Sean, your nephew, isn't it? And he's a young boy. Yeah. Okay. With a change from nursing to midwifery in the 20s, Sandra arrived at Preston, where she shared a flat with another student called Hazel. Now, Hazel is actually my godparent. Okay. The accommodation was on Lancaster Road North in Preston, which was opposite Eric's mother's house. Now, unknown to Eric, he was observed on a daily basis. I'm coming to that, Mother. Whilst fixing his car or going about his daily business, Hazel, my mother's friend, was the first person to make a move on this unsuspecting Lancashire lad. Hazel asked Eric if he fancied a drink. My dad has never been one to mince his words. No thanks, but I fancy you, mate. In 1971, they were engaged to be married 9 months later.
That's where they went. I was looking for them.
That was their engagement. Now, my dad told me he went into the marriage with his eyes wide open. The marriage took place in Nottingham. There we go.
I was very slim then.
I have to say, Jill, can you just stand up? Jill, this is Jill, my cousin. Now that, would you believe, is Jill.
Oh.
Nice hat. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Put the next one. Oh. Go back. Right. Well, Nottingham was not where the couple future was planned. The young newlyweds needed to be in the heart of Lancashire. Jeanette Stewart, I hope you're listening. as Lancashire is a place that everyone who is anyone is. They come from Birmingham, Cannock. Actually, Jeanette's one of my best friends. We've grown up together, and I give her a lot of grief about moving to Cannock. Eric and Sandra set up home at Cromwell Road in Preston. Mum and Dad were quick to make friends and settle their new life together. I do remember Mum telling me that the early days were not without the odd hiccup. She was, you must remember, a very independent woman, capable of doing all those little jobs that most of us need a man to do. She was also a career woman, earning an equal share in keeping house. It was when she mentioned to my dad, who had lived with his mother up until now, that he needed to do a little bit around the house. It was only when Dad replied, "Well, I don't see you doing much." So he realised just how quickly my mum could move. And was chased around the house. It was a bit like a Benny Hill sketch. I have to say, though, Dad, in all fairness, the role has changed considerably over the years. For the next 4 years, they both kept themselves busy with not only work but their outside interests. Mum, as everyone knows, is a keen golfer, but did anyone know that Eric was a keen musician? Or a stunt double in Dad's army. Dad did in fact work for BT. Oh no, that's Del Boys, sorry. What's wrong about there we go. Well, some of you may not know, at the time, the company's inspiration for the long-running advertising campaign was to make someone happy. Now, I mean, that's funny if you know me, Dad. Because I met somebody that used to work with, and he said, oh God, your dad's nickname in BT was Grouch. Bloody hell, bloody hell, bloody hell. Anyway, 1976, this is when the greatest events of their life happened. True. A star was born. I was christened at St Mary's Church in Pemberton. One of the godparents being Hazel, who, despite making the first move on my dad, has remained friends with my mum to this day. And they do send their apologies, and I know that they've sent you flowers and a card, which I was a little bit cross about. So, oh my God, they're going to give the day away. Yeah. And you'll also notice my Uncle Jim. Give us a wave, Uncle Jim. Where are you? Uncle Jim? Yeah? Your parents there. Okay. You can tell, I was a child in the 70s. If you look at my dad's collection of tank tops. I mean, what chance did I have? What chance did I have any fashion sense growing up with these two style icons? Anyway, being an only child is an advantage. I mean, one, you get to pick your friends, and I'm going to just come on to my friends. They became my extended family. Where are they? Here we are. Hilary, Joy, Jeanette.
We were took on holiday.
Hilary, Joy and Jeanette, they've been with me from primary school to present day. Hilary is here. Hilary gives a wave. Jeanette, Joy's had the card with us because she's away. And I mentioned these girls as Mum and Dad bravely took us on holiday to Spain in Calpe when we were 16 years old. And the first night, and you know, that's a big task, isn't it? 4 16-year-old girls on holiday, just the two of them. And the first night we got there, we said to Mum and Dad, we'll be back at 12 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the morning, we were sat on the beach with a group of boys, thinking life was wonderful, and next thing is this man appears on the jetty. And the boys like, it's the cops, it's the cops, it's the police, it's the police. And we all just looked at each other and went, it's not, it's my dad. And he was like, in, now. So we were like 4 o'clock in the morning, like going inside like you know. And we get to the lift of the hotel, and my dad says, 4 o'clock in the morning, we've been going out of our mind. Anyway, Jeanette looks at her watch and she goes, it's not, Rick, it's only 5 to. Okay, so that's not to say my dad's against having a drink. And I'm surprised, Dad, where's your pint? Hey! I was just about to say, you look right over now and he'll be holding a pint, and he'll have a bar, he'll be in the bar with a pint in his hand. But my mother, however, can take it or leave it. Okay, alright. On a serious note, Mum and Dad, you've been a massive, massive support to me through my life. That love and support has never wavered. Be it my sports, ferry me all over the country, furthering my education, emotional support, childcare, I mean the list goes on. I remember my dad cried when I went to university. He cried even more when I came home 3 times. And joking aside, I'm often flying backwards and forwards from work, especially during the week to collect Isabel from Mum and Dad, and often with a collection of signals. My mum's stood at the window and I'm giving it, turn it round, and my mother's like thinking, what's going on? But there's me rushing to Isabel's activities, and you know, it's not often you stop and you say thank you for all you do. Thank you for being the parents you are. Without you, I wouldn't have achieved what I have or where I am today in my life, and I love you both very, very much. Mum and Dad, you have a great circle of friends and family. It's reflecting how many of you have come along today to wish you best and share this celebration. And so I'll leave you all to catch up with your own memories of the past 40 years. So join me please in raising a glass for Sandra and Eric, loving parents to myself, doting grandparents to Isabel, and good friends to all. To Eric and Sandra. There's just a few light-hearted slides now that Harriet put together. You'll notice that when my mum decided to act helpless, and now my dad waits on hand and foot, as some of you will know, it also works quite well for me. So I've got something here now that Harriet's put together. It's a bit of a light-hearted, and it highlights my dad's. We just.
When it works.
When it works.
Very well.